In last week's video I showed me fixing my crankcase pressure sensor and doing a modification, and the bike is still running great, so I'm pleased with that. But during the week I was watching some other YouTube channel videos, and one of them, made by Shifting Gears Drinking Beers, suggested there might be a possible issue with the body of the pressure sensor cracking around the base, and I didn't check that, so this video is going to be me checking my original crankcase pressure sensor and seeing whether it's cracked. Here you can see a KTM OEM crankcase pressure sensor, and the chimney here with the O-ring locates into the tray fitting and creates a seal which connects the crankcase via a hose. And the pressure sensor element, sensing element, is actually located in the package below this. And it was suggested in Shifting Gears Drinking Beers video that the package can crack and create a leak down in this area. And if that happens, was suggested a fix, you could use epoxy to fix it. But I want to check whether my old original sensor is cracked in that area, so I'm going to do a test to show that. The pressure sensor, this part of the fitting has an external diameter of 4.5 millimeters. And to do your leakage testing, you're going to need to attach some hose. So the hose I have here is 4 millimeter internal diameter, and it's pretty much perfect size. It fits on easily and creates a good tight seal for the test. And the method I'm showing here is you simply put your hose onto the pressure sensor, and then you lower it into the water and you blow down the other end of the hose. And if the pressure sensor has a large crack in it, you'll start seeing air bubbles coming out. The limitation of doing the test this way is you can't blow into it for an extended period of time. And also, if there's a very small leak, it would be difficult to observe. You could use a compressed air source to do your testing and apply the pressure for an extended period of time. You need to be very careful of not applying too much air pressure. So I would say maximum about 10 psi. And you also don't want to apply the pressure suddenly and create a very high dynamic pressure spike, which might damage the sensor itself. So as a quick and easy test, I would suggest blowing down it, and you'll be able to detect whether any gross cracks. Certainly better than doing no testing at all. So this is the test setup I'm going to use for my leakage testing, and it's the same setup I use for testing engines for leakage. Very simple setup, and it's actually relatively cheap to put together. So if you are interested in measuring your leakage on your engine when you're assembling it, it's a good setup to purchase. So this is a hand pump, and it has a valve on it. It's similar to what a doctor would use for blood pressure measurements. And then there's a T fitting, and one side of the T goes up to a pressure gauge, and the full scale range is pretty low. So it's in megapascals, and full scale is 0.1 megapascal, which is equivalent to about 14.5 psi. And the other end, or the other side, goes to my pressure sensor. So the hose is internal diameter 4 millimeters, so it creates a really nice seal on the pressure sensor. And then I've just got a clock for measuring the time while I'm doing my testing. And I'm going to measure it over 10 minutes. You could measure it longer, but I think 10 minutes is a good interval. And if the pressure stays the same, you can be pretty confident that you don't have an issue. So I'm going to increase the pressure to about 0.04 megapascals, which is about 5.8 psi. You want to make sure you don't apply too much pressure to the sensor, or you could damage it. So my recommendation is you keep the pressure below about 10 psi, and you can be confident that you're not going to damage it. You also don't want to apply a high dynamic pressure change to the sensor, which could also cause an issue. So don't use it like an air gun and point it down the inlet. You could easily damage it. Okay, so I'm going to make sure the valve is fully closed and start increasing the pressure. Okay, so that's pretty much where I'm looking at. It's pretty much on the line of 0.04, and it's probably appears slightly off on the camera. So I'm going to leave that going for 10 minutes. Okay, so I started my testing at 6:51. It's 7:01 now, so that's 10 minutes, and the pressure reading hasn't changed at all. It's still 0.04 megapascals. So that indicates that there are no leaks in the pressure sensor package, and that was not the cause of my problem. Just for reference, this is my original pressure sensor that I had the bogging issue on. So a crack to the package is not the root cause of the problem I had. That's not to say that it can't happen, but it's definitely worth checking out anyway. And I'd suggest if you do find a crack in the package, I would take the sensor along to my KTM dealer and explain to them. And it's certainly something KTM should be aware of if it is occurring to people. And to finish up, a couple of handling tips. I would recommend not spraying anything inside, and certainly not use compressed air. You could easily damage the sensor element. So I would not recommend spraying parts cleaner inside it to try and clean it out. It'll probably cause more harm than good. And definitely compressed air, 100 psi using an air gun into here will probably damage the diaphragm of the pressure sensor. So definitely don't do that. In general, I recommend having a spare pressure sensor. And I know they are in short supply, and there are some other suppliers. Some people commented on my last video with other part numbers. I haven't tried any of those, so I'm not going to recommend that, but I would suggest looking into other suppliers if you do have problems getting one from KTM. So I rode my bike again today, and it's running great. The work I did on it last weekend seems to have fixed the issue. So performance is very good, and I'm happy with it. So I replaced the sensor. I also made a mod to the fitting. So definitely have a look at my previous video. I'll put a link in the description of this one in case you haven't seen it already.